There will be a lot of new faces in some of the city halls around Bay County, and there will be some familiar ones as voters went to the polls to select commissioners, council members, and mayors. And a few of the races are heading to runoffs. And that's the case for one of the contests in Panama City. Incumbent Greg Brudnicki received 47% of the vote, edging out both of his challengers, Michael Rohan, with 41%, and Brenda Lewis-Williams, who received 12%. But Panama City Charter requires the winning candidate to receive 50% plus one vote. So Brudnicki and Rohan are headed to a runoff election. News 13's Jay Coulter followed that race and brings us the candidates' reactions.
Well, I think there was a bit of surprise on both sides of the aisle, Chris and Kelsey. Mayor Brudnicki was first elected in 2011 and naturally felt a little more comfortable as the incumbent. He told me tonight's race was definitely closer than he was expecting, but he is determined to keep fighting in the runoff election to hit that 50% plus one. He says if reelected, he will continue his #1 priority of getting the city completely rebuilt post-Hurricane Michael.
Our top priority is rebuilding the city, and we've got a vision. We're casting that vision. It's a citizen-driven process. It's what the citizens said they wanted us to do, and so we'll keep moving forward with doing that. We just need to convince people about some of the things that were said prior to, and let them know the truth about a lot of things.
The other runoff contender is Doc Michael Rowan. Rowan ran a campaign focusing on preserving the marina, doing away with the fire assessment, and fixing infrastructure. He says tonight's result is an indication that people want change.
I am very excited. The voters here in Panama City have seen that they can make a decision, that they can choose someone other than the incumbent. There's a lot of issues out there that people have looked at, and I'm glad to get a chance to show them some more of what I can do and the shortcomings of our present administration.
And the third mayoral candidate, Brenda Lewis-Williams, again only received 12% of the vote. She wants to thank all of her supporters and says she hopes the city becomes more responsible.
God gave me permission to do this. I said if I should be successful, I was going to raise a hallelujah. If I was not successful, I was still going to raise a hallelujah because I did what I intended to do. And that was draw attention to the inadequacies and the inconsistencies in the Panama City government.
So again, Brudnicki and Rowan will advance to the runoff election, which will take place on May 16th.
Well, one thing was certain going into last night's election: Panama City's Ward 2 would have a new commissioner. Incumbent Ken Brown decided not to run for re-election, clearing the way for either Janice Lucas or Michelle Bryant. As you can see, Lucas picked up 65% of the vote. Bryant received 35%, so Lucas will represent Ward 2, which encompasses the Glenwood community and a portion of Millville. She wants to bring back business to Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and revitalize the economy of Ward 2. After previous unsuccessful runs for office, Lucas said she's thrilled to have been elected to represent Ward 2. And there will also be a new person in the Panama City Ward 3 Commission seat. Incumbent Billy Rader received just 25% of the vote, losing his seat to Brian Granger. Granger received 52% more than 50% required to win outright without a runoff. The third candidate, Bruce Land, pulled in 23% of the vote. This is Granger's first time holding a public office. He attributes his win to the 2,500 doors he knocked on, covering every neighborhood in the Ward 3 area. There was one more item on the ballot for Panama City voters, and it involved property tax exemption to help recruit new industry. The city had the ad valorem tax break for many years, but in 2021, the majority of voters decided to terminate it. Local business leaders, the Bay County Chamber of Commerce, and the Bay County Economic Development Alliance all pushed hard to get it back on the ballot and approved this time around. They pointed out that almost every other city and county in Florida offers the same incentives to manufacturing, processing, and technology companies, and Panama City needs this tax break to stay competitive. 53% of residents voted in favor of the ad valorem tax break, so economic recruiters will be able to offer it for the next 10 years.